Okay, this is about as rude and crude as I can get it, but maybe I can at least get started here. So I've got this software called mind mapping, and I'm going to see if I can open that and show you what it's all about. I have the subject that I want to do. You can see my reflection here. That's awesome. The subject I want to do is I just barely got started with Discord, which is a cool little app that allows you to communicate, and it's kind of a phone substitute, just about. Okay, so I've got this mind mapping software, and this is what I call the Prime Radiant. I stole it from Isaac Asimov. So I'm trying to manage this through looking at the phone screen so you can see what I see. All right, so that little purple line is what I want to go over. So I spoke with my friend Lindsay, my friend Tom, and we were on this. They got me started on Discord. I still don't know much about it at all, but we got talking. There's a fellow that got killed. He was trespassing, I guess, and the neighbors got a little crazy and went after him and ended up killing him. So let's see. So anyway, they had a debate about that, and I was a little bit inspired by that because it helped me to go over this subject of voluntarism, because what we had is a bunch of voluntarists that would they would debate about what was the justice, the morality of this situation with this guy trespassing and then ending up getting killed. So I guess a lot of people are talking about it, but these guys were having debates all around voluntarism, and so I got inspired to write up this little thing here. So let's see. So we've got successes and failures of voluntarism. I've done failures in red and successes in ever lighter green. Lighter and brighter means more success, darker means less. Okay. So this is a little unfold feature here. So let's take a look and see what we've got. I circled that one so that I can rotate around with it. So anyway, we've got, and whoa, that's out of control. This is why I'm horrible at video games. Okay, so back off a little bit. Okay, so there's, I'm sorry, this is gonna make you sick. Whoa, hope I don't destroy this. Yeah. This is why you want a laptop and a mouse. Okay, so what we have here is the goal or defining philosophy. So we'll look at the little text, and I have voluntarism is a philosophy based on the idea of a free human society. It's the absence of elimination of slavery. Absence or elimination of slavery would be another way of stating their goal. They want a world where adult human interaction is voluntary. So you're a voluntarist. They used to be called anarchists or classical libertarians, but voluntarism is kind of a reboot of the same subject. So let's look at the goal. Oh, that was the goal. Yeah. So ending slavery, living in a free society. All adult human interactions are voluntary, and the reason why we say adult is because a lot of interactions with children are not free. They don't want their diaper changed, they don't want to put their clothes on or their jacket, or they want to run into the street or put their finger in an outlet or whatever. So there's quite a few things with parenting that are not voluntary, but the idea then would be for adult human interactions to be voluntary. And if you're really a good parent, you'll realize that you're more of a steward than a king or a queen, and that your goal with your children would be to pass on access um, to their own agency as quickly as they can handle it, so they can become independent of you rather than being permanently dependent. Okay, so what we have here, sorry for all that, I was twiddling while I should have been chilling out. So we've got, these are some milestones to achieve the goal that we talked about. And we've got, let's see, get my thumb on there. We've got required milestones. Over here on the left is the helpful but not required. And then I put on here where their goal gets derailed. So I might start with that one. Let's highlight that one so that we can rotate around there if we need to. Okay, so then I'll just, if I zoom in here a bit, this is a manual zoom. Okay, so I exploded that one. Let's go look a little closer. Maybe closer. Wahoo! No, that's not helping. Okay, so this is a horrible presentation. I'm sorry, I am just getting started here, but at least we're getting started. Okay, so where the goal gets derailed. So the goal of a free society of ending slavery, and we say that because slavery is very much alive and active. And if you disagree with that, try to not pay your taxes. Okay, so poor advertising and organization. While many anarchists and voluntarists can tell you all about their philosophy, few can as easily convey their main goal. Mostly this is due to a lack of organization. Organization can provide leadership, which can bring clarity, and with clarity, the goals can be more easily seen and advertised. Okay, so there's a very distinct lack of leadership with voluntarism, which is, it's like herding cats because they all want to be independent and free. So diversions, let's look at that one. Okay, we learn a bit about freedom, then get caught up in proselytizing and debating, completely unaware of or distracted from meaningful work on required and or helpful milestones. So that's what I think this debate was sort of highlighting to me, the debate about whether it was right for these guys to kill this guy that trespassed on someone's property. They're looking at the non-aggression principle and saying, well, this guy clearly violated the non-aggression principle. Therefore, killing him was justified, basically, is what they're getting at. They don't come right out and say that, but that's what their debate ended up doing, is justifying murder. So anyway, I felt like, there's so much that needs to be accomplished, so many milestones that need to be accomplished if you're going to achieve the goal or defining the goal of voluntarism, of ending slavery, that debating whether or not it's okay to kill some private individual, it's kind of irrelevant. I mean, it sounds callous to say so, but there's really a bigger picture. There's bigger problems that need to be addressed first, in my opinion. So let's look at this last one, the lure of politics. And I think this is another main reason where voluntarists get derailed. Come on, little button. I'm trying to open that little thing. I love this software, but this is a silly way to do it, probably. So the lure of politics. Politics is the art of institutional theft. And you guys may not, whoever's looking at this, I don't know who's going to care about my little horrible demonstration here, but you may not agree with my definition of politics. But it's the art of institutional theft. It systematizes deception, diversion, manipulation, and guilt in order to establish permanent residence as a parasite, preying on its host population. As such, politics will never work as a tool for ending slavery and establishing a free, voluntary society. When we use political means to work towards freedom, all we are doing is succumbing to the immune system of slavery. By giving in to the siren song of politics and the masses it can connect us to, we get caught in the web and the goo of power lust, the coercive domination of another intelligence. And I love this quote by Ayn Rand. She says, power lust, that's supposed to be lust, power lust is a weed that grows only in the vacant lots of an abandoned mind. We can reject this path, but it's hard. Blazing new trails always has been difficult, but politics is, was, and always will be a dead end. So I don't know if many voluntarists will agree with this, but this is what has stalled the libertarian movement. I think the libertarian movement has drawn many voluntarists or anarchists into politics, and they have achieved none of their goals. None except for possibly education. So, yeah, their political goals have gone nowhere in the 50 or 60 odd years of the growth of the Libertarian political party. All right, so that's where the goals have derailed. So let's go ahead and fold that one back in. Maybe. So fold that back up. Okay, and then lose track of my thumb. Okay, required milestones. Let's go to that one. I'm sorry about that distracting background. Oh my hell, that just got really fun. All right, what are we rotating around? Nuts. Oh my goodness, what have I done? Oh, I might have zoomed in. Okay, so let's go out here, follow our purple line. Okay, let's just stick with rotating around this guy. And we'll go here. Okay, so we're looking at required milestones. Let's try that one. Okay, so what we have here, and so you can see where have we failed. I've got them in red here. The failures in red, the successes either black or they were black, but I got them kind of dark greenish. The lighter they get, the more successful. So the most successful, I think, that they've accomplished between the libertarians and the voluntarists. Whoa! Now we're into Rick Kerber stuff. We don't want to do that yet. And what the voluntarists have managed to accomplish is a general education. So I'm going to call that a success, even though it's a mild success. We all pass through the propaganda machines of our local governments on our way to adulthood. This means we likely have a whole slew of bad definitions, false perspectives, and gaping holes in our moral education. To achieve a free voluntary society, all of this needs to change for a lot of people. So some things have been done, and there's a trap too. As you get further and further into a specific course of study, what you'll do is you'll find the other people that are interested in that course of study. So as you connect with those people, you might get a false sense of, well, gosh, this general education is coming along because now I know hundreds of people that are interested in this field that I'm interested in. But all you've done is you've kind of zoomed in the focal wheel on your microscope, and you're just looking at the small segment of people that are also interested in what you are interested in. So that's a problem. Here's a failure, which is fire the government, because obviously if you're going to have a free society, you need to fire the government. How to do that? You end taxation. So let's unfold that one. That's a big one. Let's see if we can unzoom that one. Or not unzoom, but look at that in a little more clarity. And taxation. Wow, that's huge. What did I do? See, it's an interesting way of taking notes, but I suck at doing it this way. So if you end taxation, then you'll end all of the pirated institutions. And I just listed out a bunch of stuff that I'm not happy with. The FCC, foreign embassies, prisons, law. You've got to go beyond law, which is possible. And that might be another mind map that I can do. Or not if you guys hate this method of going through a topic. Public utilities suck. Basically, any coercive monopoly sucks. Elections suck. Courts sucks. Courts suck. National boundaries suck. The FDA sucks. Keeps us sick. And there's so many things that could have happened without governmental messing with medicine and stuff. Public roads, DARPA, regulation in general, war. That would be nice to get rid of, don't you think? And they couldn't afford any of this stuff if you end taxes. So we're talking in the income tax. What else did I put here? In property tax and inheritance tax. And what's that one over there? I can't quite see it. And sales tax. Yeah, how cool would it be? It's funny because I've worked on the military base locally here, and they have a store and they don't charge sales tax. So the price that you see is the price that you pay. And even though, it's only 7 or 12% that you might pay on sales tax, which I say only, that's a load. But that is so nice. And the Army appreciates not paying sales tax. So that would be great if they didn't require that of us. I don't know why I just did that. That was stupid. I'm going to zoom that back around, see if we can look at the other side. Okay, so let's, I guess nothing's really connected there, so I'm going to see if I can go in and fold that back up in taxation. So this was on required milestones. Yeah, so we'll just fold this one back up. Gosh, I'm so sorry. This presentation is ridiculous. Don't cut it. Fold it. Fold it. There we go. Whew. Okay, so you got to fire the government. You got to get your general education going. Let's see if I can gently. Okay. Come on. True public schools. So I put that different than general education because just children's education really sucks right now. And if we had free market competition in education, we'd have true public schools again, not government indoctrination camps, which is what they are now. Private property, that would be amazing. And that's required for voluntary society. I'll say voluntary power, DROs, dispute resolution organizations. This is kind of fun. I have these. It allows you to put links. So let's see if I can look at that a little better. That was horrible. Come on, thumb. You can do it. Okay, so let's see what I wrote about DROs. Dispute resolution organizations. These are decentralized replacements and form much of the structure we rely on our governments to provide. Check out Stefan Molyneux. This is pre-crazy Stefan Molyneux. Podcast 1, 2, and 3, 4 examples and explanations. Okay. So then you hit this link, boom, and it takes you to a website, which I don't have my Wi-Fi on, so no internet. Anyway, it'd take you to go back. Come on, can we do it? Yeah. So anyway, if you had Wi-Fi enabled or internet connection, you'd be able to click that link and it'd take you to his podcast, which is pretty cool. So I think that's it. Oh yeah, use and build free markets. That one's green a little bit because people are working on that. It's any black market, any private sales, lemonade stands, that's black market. We've got some progress on using and building free markets. Free, decentralized quality money. Crypto. This is cryptocurrency. That's why that's green, because that's one of the successes. And then I also ought to add the dark web, because internet. While the people that came up with the Bitcoin and stuff, they're the what are they called? Not hackers, but they